Whoa. 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 Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance, where I show you how to make the most likely repairs you'll need to make in your lifetime. If you'd like to get the latest videos, subscribe and then hit the little bell icon right at the subscribe button, and it'll notify you of any new videos when they're released for you. Okay, got called in for an AC down. This one right here feels hot, the compressor side. Let's see what's going on. Go ahead and pull the disconnect here. Let's take a look. A lot of ACs running. It's about maybe 104 is my guess. I don't know. I haven't checked the temperature. I hurried up and drove in. Let's see what we got. Got a burned wire on the, looks like the start wire. Compressor is hot, but not too hot. I'm going to pour some cold water on it. I'm going to discharge the capacitor. Whoa. 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 I just sparked. Sparked major. I don't know if that came through on camera. Probably not. I think I had the camera aimed it the wrong way. That was odd. Here's our wire. It just burned off the lead on the start wire. So that should be a pretty easy fix on that. Looking around, everything else looks okay. I recently replaced the capacitors, so normally I would test them. I didn't bring my meter with me though. I'm just kind of in a hurry to get this going. Alright. Got a new lead, and I did bring my crimpers. I had a suspicion that it might be a wire lead or something simple like that. Now that I've discharged the capacitor, I hope that spark came through on film. I just got a question from Gray Furnace Man the other day about discharging the capacitor. Had I ever seen one spark? And I had asked a question on his video, and then he responded back asking if I had seen one spark. Well, that was kind of the first one I've actually seen a visible spark on. Pull this lead here. Let's see. Normally I really don't see them spark. So I'm going to take this back to a point where the insulation is decent. There we go. Get a nice strong crimp on here. Nice. And just this stake-on connection. Send it on, we're in there. Alright. All our other connections are good. I was going to pour some cold water on the compressor just a little in the hopes that hopefully it's not overheated. We'll fire it up. Alright, guys, here's hoping. Otherwise I gotta go get some ice and put it on the compressor and cool it down. Let's see how it goes. Start it right up. Just a broken wire lead. Normally I would test my capacitors, but I just replaced them all, so marked them all, researched on the compressors, so it's nice and cold. You know I'm good. All right, we are back in the mix, all set, all fixed. Everything else looks good. We're back in the game. All right. You never know, really. Nice Palm Springs day. It's out on a Saturday. Called in, drove in. I was thinking it might have been the contactor, but the contactor looks new. Trying to walk people through a few things, you know, sometimes to get to a day. I'm just shutting off the unit and turning it back on, but not in an instance like this. And so I had asked him to go ahead and turn the unit off until I could get here. All worked out real good. Yep, can't all be easy, but settle for a few. I'm hoping the spark came through on the video. I don't know, I'm not sure. I had the camera not trained on it so well. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Kung Fu Maintenance. Stay cool out there. All right. So just to recap a bit on this particular cap, pun intended. What I think happened is that with the start wire not connected, that it kept its charge. The unit had actually been turned off for about 30 to 45 minutes as I drove in. I'd asked them to turn it off so the compressor would not be overheated when I got there, and I turned it back on when I got there. So my thought here is that normally and in certain situations the wiring will bleed off the charge from the capacitor, but if you have a burned start wire, and the same is true for a fan motor, a burned start wire to the fan motor, then that charge can remain in the capacitor. And this is why, in my opinion, it's always best to just take the couple seconds to discharge the capacitor with a screwdriver, holding only the insulated portion of the screwdriver and bridging the leads with the metal portion of the screwdriver to cancel out the charge. Again, you never know if the start windings are now not in the circuit, and therefore the capacitor is charged, remains charged. It's just a good safety practice. It's my opinion on that, and that's a recap on this one. They can definitely pop. They could definitely spark, as seen in the video here. But a lot of times you won't see a pop or a spark. You know, it's more of a just good safety practice after pulling the disconnect to discharge the capacitors. A quick search of my YouTube channel. You should find a bunch of different videos that'll be helpful to your maintenance needs. Also, there's links in the description below the videos to tools and parts used in the videos.